I am not going to discard the value of the N95 mask. I will never do that. It's got a little ventilator. I have them. I have them. See, my wife and I, we're preppers. We get ready when things are about to go ah. So for those people, now mind you, if the hospitals don't have them and you got all these celebrities, oh, I want to buy 9 million masks or I'm going to donate 5 million masks. The 5 million masks, they're not going to you and I. See, they're going to the providers. So you better get yourself ready just in case you don't have an N95 mask. All right? What I did, so I know that I'm not going to have for everybody. But if I want to take care of people, this is what I've done. Before I start this tutorial, I just want to make sure that you understand that we couldn't have done this without Joann Fabrics. They've been amazing in regards to providing anyone that wants to donate masks to get the materials to do so. All you have to do is use the skills. And I'm going to tell you, there is so many people that are doing this that the only place that's supporting us or providing us with any fabrics and materials is now done. They're out. Now we're replacing, the elastics that we were using before with rubber bands, fancy ribbon elastic, anything to do something to make a mask, okay? Now what we did was they provided us, but you can cut out from regular material. It's a 6x9 mask, okay? 6x9. You take it, both pieces. Sometimes people use a different color, and you put them together, okay? Facing inside out, okay? You want the back on the inside because when you're done sewing it, and when I finish showing you how to, sew it, you'll gonna turn it right side in. At this point, any elastic will do, okay? They'll be cut 7 inches. Taking the 2 pieces of fabric, right? You're gonna start at the halfway of one of the corners. Okay? Make sure that your machine is threaded well, that it's working well, that you understand your machine, because if you don't, you're going to run into a lot of hiccups. Trust me, I know. I've learned to thread. If you would have asked me, or you would have told me a month ago that I'd be sitting behind a sewing machine instead of celebrating my wife's birthday at a beautiful place, you thought I've been going crazy. But here we are. Lift it. If you can keep the needle there, perfect. You can always lift the needle and adjust it so where you're at. Me, I like cranking it because I'm one of those guys that just love seeing the machine so out there. Have the other piece of elastic. Now on this last run, where we started, remember we started halfway, went all the way around. You want to go all the way, maybe another inch or 2, okay? Do not go all the way across. Stop about right here. You need to leave a little hole to get the elastic out. Mm-hmm. Scissors are so important. You learn so much about this. Now that you sewed it all the way around, 6x9 and 2 ribbons, okay? That little piece that you left in there, open, helps you to get the mask out. Look. And this is what happens is you get ready for the second stitching. And you put it away, you take a little pencil or a butter knife to straighten it out once you get it all the way through. And you get, that part in. You see? A cute little one for a child or something, to take care of them. And it comes inside out, and the ribbons and the elastic are on the outside. Okay? Then the second stitching, you'll close up the hole. But first, I like to press them. They say you can run through the hole, you can run, a stick or a pencil or a pen right through it to get the corners out. You know, get the corners out. Me, I like pressing it. Nice and steam. You know what? I bet you all them people that failed that home ec class wish they would have learned how to pay attention a little bit more. Hail to the home ec teachers. Hail to the home ec teachers. Now the crimping. Crimping is the hardest part of the mask for me. You know, because you got to double stitch it. So you want to do about 3 folds within the mask. And you could use sewing pins, or, you know, my favorite, you know, I like using the clamps. I use 2 of them. And you get it go all the way across, and you get another straight one right there. Huh? Do a second one right in the middle. And what I do is I move the pin over. I don't like using so many. Everything gets in the way when you're sewing. And then you do a 3rd fold. It was different with the other elastic because it was easier. You have 3 folds. Okay? One there, the other one is shorter right here that's going to come out. Second one right here, and the one that you started with right here. And real quickly, just take it and press it again. Ready? Mm-hmm. Keep on going. Pull it out. Protective mask here, very simple. Takes about 15-20 minutes per mask, depending on the individual who's sewing, how long we've been doing it and anything. I just learned how to do this, okay? Thank you. After you're done with this double stitching, you'll see that the mask, any which one of them that you have, anything, they have a 3-stitch here and a 3-stitch here, and go all the way around for a second stitching. All 100% cotton, the elastic still in. And just so you know, this is the mask that I started with when I first started this endeavor, and it's still doing me justice. Okay? Now, disinfecting the mask, either way it comes from us or you've used it, is very simple. After usage of the mask, you know, can't do it every single day, but while you're using it during that day, come back home, wash it. It's made of 100% cloth and material, very durable, you know. Use any antibacterial soap. I like my dish soap. I use strong dish soap because with Rosie, if you ain't using antibacterial, you ain't using nothing. Yeah, soap it up just like I'm washing, you know, a dish rag, but it's not a dish rag. You don't want to confuse it with a dish rag. Oh, you got all these people making videos on how things don't work. And in my opinion, all I want is something that'll make me feel safe and at the same time be secure for me. That's what I want, okay? Now you see people, hey, yo man, somebody coughs in the middle of a room and the first thing people start doing is this. Well, if that's the case, then whatever that you're doing, that guy is just telling you not to do. Mm-hmm. And that's wrong. Because you tell, oh, cough in an elbow. Dude, what are we talking about here? Right? Let's get it right. After I've done cleaned it and washed it, you know, no soap, you know, the same hot water that I'm using. Nice blazing hot water. I'll let it soak for 10 minutes. Let it soak for 10 minutes. Sit the mask right there, and I'll be right back. 10 minutes later. Take it. It's still intact. I don't recommend using it while it's wet. You know, then put it out to dry on something safe. You know, here we got brand new paper plates. And so you know you want sterilization. We'll make sure everything is sterile and clean. Okay. Sit there, ready to dry for the next day.